Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I hope everyone's okay. Um, yeah, I'm just trying to do a little bit of vlogging before I go out. Um, I tried to do some exercises this morning, and I just didn't sort of get into it. So there we are. Anyway, the whole point of my vlog today is about the way that people look at other people's lives and they make judgments on how people live, or what's going on in their lives, or whatever it is. Or I might look at somebody and think, oh, I wish I was like that, and I wish that my life had gone that way. But I think it's essential for all of us, for our well-being and also peace of mind, to be satisfied with our circumstances. You know, work hard towards what it is that we would like to achieve in life, but try and focus on ourselves, not in a selfish way, but in a way that you progress, you're able to meet your own goals and desires, that sort of thing, because we all have different opportunities and different places that we were born, and different um, things that come our way to progress our lives. So there's no point in me looking at somebody who has had a different pathway and thinking, oh, I wish I could be like that person. Yes, I may admire them for some of the qualities that they have, if they're, hardworking, tenacious, and they're open and warm and kind. For me, those are the qualities that I look at in people, and I want to emulate them. But just looking at people's lives and thinking, oh, I wish that I had a bigger house, or whatever it is, or if my life had gone in such and such a way, I would be like them, that sort of thing. And I realize that sometimes it fuels ambition in people when you look at other people, if you're, into material stuff, and then that gives you some input. But look at people's lives and be inspired. Don't look at their lives and envy them or dislike them because they've got stuff that you might want, or they've achieved something that you haven't got. For example, the other day, I was just watching a few YouTube videos, and I came across this particular couple, a young couple. I don't think they're older than 35, the pair of them, and they had got married when they were quite young. They're African, but living in the US, and obviously US sort of citizens, born and brought up, that sort of thing. And the girl had got married, I think, when she was 17 or 18, that kind of thing. And they'd worked together, and obviously had the support of their families, and were building their lives, and they've got a YouTube channel. But the thing that I didn't like about it, and all of that is admirable, it's good that a person is able to meet somebody of their own background and their own culture, or even if the marriage is arranged, that's fine. It's good that you're able to do that quite early on in life. I mean, that's a positive thing as far as I can see, because obviously people who bring you together, people who know, who know and love you, so long as you're not forced, who know and love you, and they're able to match, some things within your own culture that can work together. So in such circumstances, I mean, that's great, so long as nobody's forced. If it's a matter of being introduced or arranging something that everybody's in agreement with, I mean, that's great. And then you don't have to live lives where you're constantly explaining yourself. Say if you married somebody foreign, for instance, where you're constantly having to explain certain things about you, your life, and your culture to another person, and that sort of pans out for the rest of your lives. But love is love, and it doesn't matter. Essentially, we will all have different lives, and for those who have that very young arranged marriage sort of situation, that can work well. For those who meet other people as they go along in life and get married and settle, that also can work well. What I don't like is if people put down other people because their own circumstances are different. So this particular couple, they appeared to be putting out that they felt sorry for people who are like in their 40s. That's when they started having children, or that's when they got married. But all our situations are different, and all our circumstances are different. So what might work well for you would probably not work for the other person. Do you know what I mean? So those are things I'm saying. So it's very easy to look at a person like that and think, and I've thought about this sometimes. I thought, if I'd been with XYZ, such and such a person, and I'd planned my life with them, I'd have been able to, to get this or to achieve much more. Because when I look at people who, sometimes for me, when I look at people who've achieved, women, it always happens that they have a very supportive partner alongside them. For me, that's what I see. But if it does happen that your life hasn't gone that way, then that's okay. That's the point I'm trying to make, because we all are not going to be like that. We're all not going to be in that sort of situation where you meet the boy next door, and you then spend 50, 60 years of your life together, and you're able to build an empire together, and he's not the sort of person who will inflict violence on you, or abuse you, or take your money and run away, or have women, have extramarital affairs, and have women outside, women that use side chicks, I think they call them, have women outside that you don't know about, or you come abroad and you live somewhere where you're the one who goes to work, or you're busy looking after children, and then you do all the cooking and cleaning at home and all the rest of it, because that is really what the majority of people's lives are. They actually are not in that sort of situation where they have supportive husbands, and that husband is alongside them, and they work together to create what it is that they want to create for their families and their communities to come. You see, so it's, don't look at people's lives and put them down because they've got a slightly different pathway, that their life progresses on to yours. And if you've got one that works out to be perfect for you, that's all well and good. Just whatever it is, I think the bottom line is, whatever it is that you've got, whatever abilities that you've got, education or resources that's been placed in your hands, you can work hard to achieve your goals. That's what I think, regardless of your circumstances. If you're so blessed to be put in circumstances where all the other things come into play, your parents are, very good, they've already started building a comfortable life for you and your children, and you just come along and you fit into that, and you were married off at 17, and you were still able to achieve an education and so on and so forth, great. But if your life goes off on a different way, and other things happen to you, I mean, that's fine too. It takes all sorts to make our world. And it is helpful to actually have people who they've learned about life and how life is, and what's gone on to others. Because there'll be other people who come after you that will fall into your slot. Okay, and there'll be others who will fall into nice, at the beginning, everything's all planned out slot as well. And it's not to say if you had everything perfect right from the word go, you're not going to run into trouble, or you're not going to have issues. You probably will have, so long as you're alive. I mean, there's all sorts of things that can happen to a person. Health is one of those things that we think about constantly, family breakdown, and so on and so forth. And that's all part of what life is. But don't envy people, and whatever your circumstances are, just learn to be content in them. If you've got a yearning to do more in your life and to achieve more and to go out there and conquer whatever it is that you need to conquer, put everything that you can together to do it. Whether you have a supportive person next to you or not, just do what it is that you can and try and achieve your goals. I think that's what it is. And I just didn't like the way that that YouTube video came across, because life's not straightforward for anyone. It never is going to be. It never was, and it never will be. And we have to take the rough with the smooth, and where we fit in, we see how best we can make our lives, you know, better for us and for the communities that we belong to. So that's what I'm going to say today. I needed to say that before I went out anyway. So I hope you have a good day, rest of the afternoon, whatever is left of it. And yeah, if you like this video, please, I was going to say if you like this video, please like it, which is a bit silly, but like it, like the tick box like. Comment if you can. What do you think? If you're watching this, what do you think? Or if you watch it later on, what do you think? Share and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. Cheers.